is just based on how she makes him feel. Now, I said it like this, and I'm going to get a little bit more detail in some of the other further points. But I say it like this because there are going to be men who cannot even articulate what it is. It's just, man, it's just something about her. It's just the way I feel around her. And he may not understand exactly how to break that down, but essentially it boils down to she makes him feel good. She makes him feel excited. She makes him feel inspired. You know what I'm saying? It just draws him in. You know what I'm saying? And again, there's some other detailed things I'll mention a little bit later, but just that general feeling. And again, I think women sometimes underestimate, and I think as a woman, no, you've probably experienced it too, where you could meet 10 great guys, right? And they have great qualities and you could actually enjoy them. You might be able to get along with them, but they don't make you feel, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't hit you in that way. And then you meet this one guy, and sometimes the guy who makes you feel this way, he may not even have all the qualities the other guys had. Like, it may not even make complete sense. You might be able to, on paper, say, but this guy has this, this, and this, but with this guy, I just feel something I don't feel anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So you're not always able to fit it into the box that you thought it would fit into. And again, I explain that so you can relate to how it happens to men as well. How sometimes it doesn't even fit the box he wanted. Now, what's hitting my spirit, I feel the need to mention, because an issue that a lot of women have is sometimes you get with a guy, and just work with me here. Let's say the guy loves big breasts, okay? He's a breast man. And he meets you, and like I said, sometimes the one doesn't fit the box that we had in our head. So let's just say you ain't a big-breasted woman, all right? You got maybe decent size, maybe you barely got any. Doesn't matter. It's all beautiful. I'm just saying it doesn't match what he typically goes after, right? Now, initially, you may not be aware of this difference, this variation in what he likes versus what you have. But again, he still believes or feels or is certain you are the one. And what I can tell you is when we feel that we've met the one, we are much more flexible with our desires and requirements. We're much more willing to give a pass on certain things, all right? So where the women that he would just maybe sleep with had to have big breasts, he's willing to let you slide because there's more to you than just that for him, right? But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because then you get with this man and you start noticing that he keeps looking at big-breasted women. And you're like, well, if that's what you like, why are you with me? And it makes you feel some kind of way. It makes you feel like you're inadequate. And I want you to understand, no, it's not you're inadequate. It doesn't mean that he doesn't like you. It doesn't mean that, he doesn't appreciate you and your body as it is. It's just that, yes, sometimes he may like this thing, but because he loves you, because you're the one to him, he doesn't need you to have that. All right? Now, let me just say, there's going to be some things that people don't want to go without regardless, right? But again, there's certain things that we may have preferences for that we realize are not that important when we feel like we've met the one. So I simply lay that out because, again, I see so many women going through this battle of insecurity or questioning what's really going on here if he keeps looking at that kind of woman when I look like this, right? And it's like, no, if he embraced you as you are and this man is pouring into you and being the man that you need, don't question his attraction to you just because just because he had liked. I'm not trying to give a free pass to just be looking everywhere. I'm just trying to help bring clarity to that disconnect that sometimes happens, all right? Because there's a greater love that exists between you and that man. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. If he does these things, chances are he is really into you, he values you, he respects you, he loves you, and you should embrace that and be willing to pour back into the man. But let's get right to it. So now again, let's get to number 4.